Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, back again with another powerful dose of truth for the day, and that is this. Actually, in this video, I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself, and it's only going to be for your good, okay? When someone tells you a lie, or when someone deceives you, or gives you an illusion or delusion, it's only to make your life worse, okay? It makes your life worse. They may not intend for it to be that way, but every time you live in a lie or in a deception, it hurts you in the long run. It's like using a credit card. You get the same shirt on your credit card that you get on your debit card. When you put the shirt on your debit card, you want the shirt free and clear. It's yours. You put it on your credit card, you have to pay interest, sometimes 25% interest. And if you don't pay it off enough time, you may get late fees and penalties and court costs and collections and all the things and ruin your credit score. So you get the same shirt with your debit card and your credit card, but if it's on credit, it's going to cost you more than you think, okay? And that's what lying is. Lying is like sin. It takes you further than you want to go, makes you stay longer than you want to stay, and makes you pay more than you want to pay. So we have to be careful, you all, about lying to ourselves. We have to stop actually lying to ourselves. And I want to use this as an example. I see this a lot in America, okay? So in America, we tend to have this lie that we tell ourselves and each other. We tell ourselves that who is in the White House determines what goes on in our house. That's a huge lie we tell ourselves in America. Who is in the White House determines how I get to live in my house. Now, in a few respects, that can be true for some people, but by and large, what goes on in your house is impacted by what you choose to do on a daily basis. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to tell you the truth about yourself. Okay, I'm going to burst your bubble, burst your illusion, burst your delusion. So, you know, some people call the president, they call him the orange man. So I'm going to say orange man, I don't want certain algorithms triggered, whatever. So some people will say that orange man in the White House, he's the reason that I don't have enough money to buy such and such. But for a lot of you all, and I won't say all of y'all, but for a lot of you all, if we be honest with ourselves, even like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you weren't able to buy something that you needed for your house. And you know what? It had nothing to do with who's in the White House. Because it changed every 4 years. Okay? Except for, when Obama got, elected twice. It was the same, it was different people, but you're the same situation for the past 10, 20, 30 years. So it has nothing to do with who's in the White House. So I want you to stop lying to yourself about that, okay? What's in your checking account has to do with what you choose to work, how many hours you choose to work, how much you choose to spend, by and large. By and large, not in every case. But sometimes you all, if I'm honest with myself, I make plenty of money. I'm a single woman, no children. I have low expenses. I make plenty of money, but if I'm honest with myself, I spend most of my disposable income on eating out every day, okay? I don't like to cook. So if I need extra money, if I'm honest with myself, I can just not eat it. I can just buy some food to eat at the house. Some of y'all are lying to yourself, telling yourself that, oh, if this person was doing this person was doing that, I wouldn't have the blood pressure that I have. Be honest, y'all. Some of y'all been having high blood pressure for the past 30 years. It had nothing to do with who's in the White House, nothing to do with who you're dating, nothing to do with your job. It's something that you're doing every day. Let me ask you, what do you eat on a daily basis? How often do you work out? Now, what would impact your blood pressure more? Who you're hanging around or what you eat every day? How does cholesterol, who impacts your cholesterol more than anything? It's more than likely going to be something that you eat every day, okay? And you don't work out, okay? Some of you all, man, I used to be this, I used to be that. You're what you are because of what you do every single day. By and large. Not in every case, but by and large. And y'all, I want y'all to stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop lying to yourself. If your life is not what it could be, try telling yourself the truth. Try telling yourself the truth. A lot of African American girls, we used to do this a lot when we were young. My hair used to be down my back when I was a kid, but my mama gave me a perm. My mama gave me a perm. A perm affects the hair on the outside of your head. Your DNA and your DNA and your genes don't change because of a chemical on your top of your hair. Your hair is not down your back because of how you take care of your hair. Do you color your hair? You bleach your hair every day? Do you put these heavy weaves and wigs and lace fronts and glue and all this sewing strings in your sewing stuff in your hair? And you don't moisturize your hair, you don't condition it, you don't trim it, you don't trim your split ends. Could that be why your hair is not down your back? You know, let's just be honest with ourselves. I don't have no money because the orange man in the White House. You didn't have no money under the Biden administration. You had $10 in your savings account under the Biden administration, under the Obama administration, under the Clinton administration, under the Bush administration. You never had savings. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it real. You never had savings. I want you all to stop lying to yourself, okay? Stop it, okay? Because you're only hurting yourself, okay? When you cheat, when you lie, you only hurt yourself, okay? I want y'all to write these figures down, okay? I want you to get a sheet of paper, and I want you to write these figures down. Get your sheet of paper, and write down these figures. I want you to write down how much is in your checking account. Write down how much is in your savings account. Write down your BMI, that's your body mass index. Write down your weight, okay? Okay? Write down your blood pressure. What's the other one for diabetes, the H? What's it called, the AC1 or something like that? Write that down. I want you to write down these numbers, and I want you to ask yourself, are they controlled by who's in office? Who's your boss? Your checking account. Is it because of who you're dating, or is it because of something that you choose to do on a daily basis? Okay, write that down again. Checking account. What's your checking account? What's your savings account? I'm gonna add a number. How much debt are you in? Write all your debt, credit card debt specifically. Not your house mortgage, not your student loan debt, not even your car debt. Just write your credit card debt. Just credit card debt. We're gonna be easy on you. Credit card debt. Write your BMI, body mass index, so that you know if you're obese or not, underweight, normal weight. Write down your weight and write down your credit score. Write down your H1. I think it's H1C. Something that checks your blood sugar. Okay. And I want y'all to just be honest with yourself and ask yourself, who controls these figures? Who controls these numbers? Okay. Some of you all, you know, if you go in your refrigerator right now, or your pantries, or we look at how much time you spend scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, it would make sense why your life looks the way that it looks. If I look at your debit, I look at what you spend your money on your debit card every day or the past year, it would make sense why your life looks the way it looks. Stop lying to yourself. Imagine your life is in shambles. And I don't have preference for Democrat or Republican. I promise you I don't. Imagine your dishes are not washed, your clothes are not washed, your blood pressure is through the roof, your savings account is $0, your credit score is trash, you have no savings, your BMI is morbidly obese, and you're watching the news, flipping through the channel saying, that orange man. Your kids are at all hours of the night. You never know your kids where they're never home. Your kids are bringing stuff into the house that's illegal. You see your kids on Facebook posting pictures with GUNS. And imagine you sitting there saying, that orange man in that White House. That's crazy. Stop lying to yourself. You are more responsible for how your life looks than you think. It don't matter who's going to be the president. Your life doesn't look the way it looks because of what you choose to do on a daily basis, you all. Stop lying to yourself. Buy my book on Amazon. Bye.